And the podcast will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. My good friend, Frei Munoz.
Thanks for the invite, Paco. Yeah.
Ano ka ba, long overdue. And let's address this because ang ganda when we met each other nung January. You asked me a question na talagang after that nag-iba na yung tingin ko sa'yo.
Oh, okay. In a good way or a bad way?
In a very good way.
Oh, okay.
Kasi ang tinanong mo is, kilala mo si Jam Munoz? And I said excitedly, yes, kilala ko si Jam. And ang sagot mo was, ba't mo tinanong?
Because minention niya noon.
Who is Jam to you?
Si Jam is Jamie, my younger sister.
Kita mo. So technically, doon pa lang sa part na yon, ayan wow, kinikilabutan ako, Frei. Doon pa lang sa part na on the way home from, I think that was Bar Azul. Kasi tayo
West Covina.
Yeah. Sabi ni Miss Jaja, sabi niya, sino yung kausap mo sa kabilang table? Sabi ko si Frei. So sabi niya, ba't ganun yung ngiti ng mukha mo? And I don't know if I told you, but
yes,
your sister saved my life.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was that.
She saved my life. My life was spiraling down. As in, kung ano-ano ng kalokohan nangyayari sa buhay ko. And I was a wreck. And your sister, si Jamie, shout out.
Jamie.
She sponsored my retreat to get back to basics. Kumbaga parang, you're going on a retreat. This is my gift to you. Take it. And that was an expensive retreat. And she paid for it.
Oh.
And sabi ko, why are we doing this again? Sayang ang buhay mo, Paco. You need to do this. And
that's good.
I was like,
at that stage of life, diba?
Diba?
Right,
and now,
turn it around.
And now here you are. So I think that deserves another.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie. So para lang alam mo, and I want to set that record straight that I will always be forever grateful sa kanilang dalawa, sa'yo na rin, and all that. And yun, now let's talk about you.
Okay.
Kamusta ka na?
Okay naman, salamat. So, hanging on, nagsusurvive tayo lahat.
Yeah.
We're grateful for everything, friends and family. So.
You know what, guys? If you're listening to us on Spotify or Podbean or sa Apple sa Apple Podcast, I would highly recommend that you stop and go to YouTube at panoorin nyo kami dahil makikita nyo ang facial expression ni Frei kung gaano siya kakabado ngayon.
A little tense. Diba?
Relax.
Okay.
Nagkakantuan lang tayo. Okay. Now, I've seen you on social media. I know more of you on social media as a guitar player and as a singer. Tell me about your type of music because nakita kita jumajam ka sa rock stallion, blues na blues. Minsan naman may makikita akong video, rock na rock. Tapos makikita akong video, medyo acoustic ang dating. So sino ba talaga si Frei Munoz?
Well, sa Iloilo ako lumaki. So ever since grade school, high school, college, tumutugtog na ako. So I was, my first instrument, yung drums.
You were a drummer. Saan sa Iloilo?
Sa Iloilo, sa Haro,
sa
La Paz.
Yeah,
doon kami na area.
Parang ang dami kong kilalang taga-ha. Is it Haro o Haro?
Haro.
Haro,
no,
okay.
Tapos sa La Paz.
Yeah.
Sa syudad. So,
where the batchoy is.
Diba? So mula noon tumutugtog na ako. So influences siguro ng tatay at nanay ko rin. Like, they loved music and my dad was a rock DJ noon sa DZRJ.
Really?
Yeah, Sleepy John. So
okay.
Yeah, so tapos in the 80s, 1980 exactly, nag-move kami sa Iloilo. So we migrated to Iloilo. So
from Manila.
From Manila.
So you were not born In Iloilo.
Yeah, I was born in San Juan.
How old were you when you migrated sa ano?
I was 5 years old. Pumunta kami Iloilo. So that's where I grew up.
Okay, ito ang tanong. So I have a daughter who's 5 and she's very cognizant. Alam na niya kung ano nangyayari sa paligid niya. At 5, were you aware na aalis ka ng... Saan kayo sa Mandaluyong?
Sa may Waterous Hospital na compound.
Waterous. So malapit sa 9 de Pebrero.
I think so.
Yeah,
Pero naalala ko lang yung
Waterous, oh my, yeah, sa may Shaw Boulevard. Okay. So, at 5, were you aware that you guys were moving out of the city and going to the province?
Well, at that time, naalala ko lang bits and pieces. So, good memories. So, pero I never realized na it was just something na lipat lang sa another place. So
yun lang naisip mo?
So, never thought of it.
And then you grew up na sa Iloilo. Kailan pumasok sa isip mo na, wait a minute, nasa Maynila na ako nun eh. Bakit ang layo? Did that ever occur to you na...
At that time, I was having so much fun, like friends, family, nature, na hindi ko na rin naisip. But when we were playing ng college na, like, looks like, yun nga yun, nasabi mo, you have to move to the capital to make it.
Yes.
So, but at that time, nag-decide kami mag-stay na lang sa Iloilo, yung banda. Finished yung mga kurso and like a backup plan. Parang nag-give up na.
Was that, and I like where you're going with this. And the reason why I like where you're going with this, there are two types of people. And people in the city, sa capital, they easily give up. Not thinking na there are people outside Metro Manila
who want to
go into the city, di ba? And in your case, and tinanong ko na rin si Rafi Mendoza tungkol dito because
it's from Iloilo
also.
Yeah, thank Rafi.
Yeah. So shout out kay Rafi. And si Rafi, alam na niya na pupunta siya sa States. So hindi na niya hinabol yung Manila. Pero in your case, you and your bandmates decided na, you know what? Let's just become a local band dito sa Iloilo. And you guys were at peace with that.
Yeah, at that time, it's a college, so going through college, just playing universities. And we were okay with it. We recorded local studio. We did some interviews, radio, live.
Put your mic closer.
Live performances nung NU 107 days. So, at that time, naswertehan kami na in the 90s na maraming gig. And they paid rock bands, local bands. So at that time, parang yung window na yun parang special. Yeah.
So it was a good time for you na rin kahit doon.
Yeah.
Nung time na yun may ano pa no, may Marina restaurant pa rin.
Yeah, Marina.
The Gorosetas had that. Yeah.
Diversion Road, yun pa lang yung at that
yes.
building up.
Yes. Cheers. I like. Okay. Oh, sarap. Ang bilis naman yung cheers mo.
Sorry.
Nervyo si Frei. Para naman ako nahiya sa ininom ko.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. Now, this was the 90s. And nung 90s, how old were you?
Well, I was born in 75. So
Okay. It was your time. Yes.
I enjoy the experience.
Di ba, kumbaga 80s tayo namulat sa music, 90s tayo naman ang gumagawa ng music. It was around that time.
Yeah.
Now, ang tanong is, bakit ka punta sa Amerika?
Nag-migrate ako sa Amerika, like in my case, kasi at that time we felt like na baka mas better yung buhay dito.
So as a family?
Yeah, because of the family.
Okay, so from Mandaluyong to Iloilo, and then to the States.
Yes.
How many siblings do you have? You're the eldest.
Yes, I'm the eldest, and I have two younger sisters.
Joy
and Jamie.
Joy and Jamie.
Only the three of us.
Okay. So now, this was your dad's idea to migrate the family to the States?
Both of them, but I think it was my mom's plan because there was more resources, I guess, closer to Copies. My mom's from Pilar, Copies in the Philippines.
Oh, I've been there.
Rojas City.
Yes.
President Rojas.
Oh my God. Alam mo, the only place, Frei, na hindi ko pa napupuntahan sa Pilipinas is Palawan.
Oh yeah, me too. Ako rin.
Kasi si Vic Carpio ng mga panahon na yon may tinakbo ang babae. kaya sabi niya, punta tayo kahit sa wag lang sa Palawan. Pero thank God, okay na si Vicarpio. Kaya pwede na kami bumalik ng Palawan. But, yun na nga. Okay. So now, you were bound to go to the States.
Yes.
And nung time na to, college ka na, may mga barkada ka na, may girlfriend?
At that time, yeah. Later, like 97, 98. Yeah.
And then you had to drop the bomb on everybody in your life?
At that time, my sisters already migrated, my mom. So parang ako na lang natira. So I was kind of holding back kasi mas masaya sa atin.
Right.
Even though after college, nagtrabaho.
So in other words, para ka rin si Rafi, naghihintay ka lang ng 21?
No. The way nag-migrate kami, turista kami.
Okay.
2001.
Okay.
So initial bisita, assess the place, and okay, we'll migrate, parang ganun. Then 9/11 happened. So yeah.
So 2001 ka rin nagpunta.
2000.
So pare-pareho tayong lahat.
Yeah. And 6 days after,
Really?
Yeah.
Ako naman, July.
Okay.
July 2, I migrated, 2001. Tapos, umuwi ako sa Philippines ng September 2.
Oh.
So, I was in the Philippines when 9/11 happened.
Buti nakabalik
ako. October 2 ako bumalik ulit.
Yeah, after a few months.
Yeah, parang ganon.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow. So now, you're without a band. You're without a girlfriend.
No. When I migrated, I was already married to my wife, and we had the 2-year-old.
Oh, okay. Wala ka na nga girlfriend, wife na eh.
Oh, at that time.
Ganun na rin. Okay. So, ano yung plano niyong mag-asawa? This is interesting kasi wala sa plano rin niya mag-migrate sa States.
Yeah, eventually, parang syempre settled down, parang gano'n. Pero nung nag-9/11 and things got complicated, okay, we have to apply to be permanent residents. It took them 4 years.
Wow.
Nasa limbo kami for 4 years dahil nga sa 9/11.
That's true. Yeah. 3 years or 4 years kasi lahat ng mga papel lumabas ng mga 2004, 2005. Kasi di ba natagalan because of 9/11
Good thing you could relate.
Yes. Oh my God. Yung tipong pending, titingnan mo sa di ba, sa internet. Processing. yung date mo wala pa rin, hindi pa lumalabas and all that.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God.
We had to survive, di ba?
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Di ba? Yung tipong, yun yung mga tanong na hindi pwede tanongin. Anong status mo?
Well, at that time, syempre, naghihintay tayo.
Yeah,
so
pending.
In our case, we were in limbo, pero it was legal, pero you just don't know, di ba?
Sinasabi ko, anong status mo pa ako? Pending. In process, yun. Yun. In process. That's the right term.
Yung abogado namin, ayaw nga maniwala sa letter na, I think yung extension, I wrote a handwritten letter para lang makastay kami legally. I don't want to blow that.
Yes.
So yung abogado, ayaw maniwala, totoo ba to? Like sabi niya. So sumagot sila.
In-extend yung I-94?
I can't remember, pero yun
yung
nga.
Paper na yun. Galing, no? Galing.
Tapos, you apply.
You know what? The things that we went through is not a joke. People think na pumupunta lang tayo sa Amerika, ganun-ganun lang. And still, kahit sa mga taong pumupunta sa Amerika na ganun-ganun lang, may pumalitada ng path.
Yeah.
Someone paved the way for them to easily migrate to the States, di ba? So now, nahuhuli ko na yung timeline. So you were in a band early 90s.
Yeah.
95 may asawa ka na.
About 98.
98 may asawa ka na. Oo nga, 98 may asawa ka na. Tapos, kailan nag-migrate sina Jamie?
Si Jamie na una sa akin at si Joy. But I think Jamie went back yung nursing school niya.
Yeah. Okay, so she went back for nursing school and then she went back again for
I was the last one na nag-migrate.
So ibig sabihin, your wife was aware na the family was actually planning to go to the States.
Yes, eventually kung it's more stable. Pero things just...
So now, syempre, dyan ang battle of the in-laws di ba? Which meant, sasama mo yung asawa mo sa iyo at mahihiwalay siya sa mami at daddy niya.
Yes, yeah.
What was the conversation like?
Well, at that time, responsible adults na rin kami. So we were given permission, got married. So everything was good. They were actually happy na nag-migrate kami.
Ang galing naman. Ang galing. So now, dumating ka sa Amerika. And okay, let's forget the whole family. Let's talk about you, your wife, and your kid. How many kids do you have now?
I have 2 daughters.
So from 1 naging 2.
Yeah, yung bunso
dito pinanganak.
2004.
So you have 2 daughters, and when you guys were starting, it was just you, your wife, and your daughter.
Yes.
How was that like?
Well, you have to provide for your family, so
and there be detailed because may mga nanonood dyan on the fence to migrate, and marami and tayo padre de pamilya. Kumbaga, we are responsible for our spouse and our children, di ba? And I'm pretty sure may mga conversation dyan wherein yung babae ang gustong umalis, yung lalaki ang kinakabahang umalis. But then again, the guy, if you're watching, has to be matapang and confident. So, break it down. What did you have to swallow? And what were your fears that you had to conquer dito sa pag-migrate nyo?
Well, siyempre nung naglipat, like naghanap kami ng apartment on our own. At first, yung tumulong yung mother ko, yung sisters-in-law. Pero my wife and I nag-decide talaga na eventually, like, we really have to move sa apartment. We could start like that. Tapos,
lakas ng loob lang talaga, no?
Trabaho lang ng trabaho. Like,
Nag-double job ka, hindi?
At one point, kasi si Mrs. Ayoko muna magtrabaho after the
Explain that. Explain that part ng double job. Hindi naiintindihan ng mga ibang kababayan natin ang plight ng OFW. Just to make ends meet, we do sa Pilipinas, after work. Gimmick kagad, di ba? Dito, after work, may isa pang work. Di ba? So, explain the plight of the double job.
Well, at that time, yung mga odd times yung nakukuha ko kasi para makumpleto ko yung 2 jobs legally.
Yeah.
So, 8 hours. Tapos yung iba part-time na lang.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Anong nasa
working.
What was in your head and in your mind? In your mind? Because, see, when I asked you all these questions, I did not mention the guitar.
Yeah, it's life, diba?
Yun na nga eh. You had to hang up the guitar eh.
Yeah, I stopped for about 4 or 5 years.
But you know what? Ito, dito ako, hindi ko alam kung if this was a movie, Manila, tinalikuran mo na yung Manila.
Yung last namin na connection sa Manila, yung we recorded a single or 2 pinandar sa RJNU. So, but we didn't have to go to Manila to record it.
Right.
Local lang. Tapos at that time, yung satellite.
Yeah. Pinadala na lang, di ba?
Yeah.
And that's one. And then you chose to stay in Haro and finish college. And then, may momentum ka na. Ngayon may States naman.
Yeah.
And now you had to hang up your guitar again.
Yes.
In other words, ang layo mo na sa Manila. Ngayon lumayo ka pa lalo sa Manila.
Pero yung nalaman namin na magma-migrate na kami, let's say a year before.
Nag-throttle down ka na nun? Hindi.
No, sige pa rin banda. It's like every weekend or every... I took advantage. Tapos I knew we were gonna migrate.
So you knew may ending yung ano mo?
So nag-record ako ng album about 14 songs.
14 songs.
Just to document what I did para kahit anong mangyari sa States, maaalala ko yung album na yun.
My God, Frei, habang pinakikinggan kita na hindi ko alam kung matutuwa ako, malulungkot ako because you seem so selfless sa ano mo eh, sa mga sinasabi mo. Like yung kilala ko nga, yung may kilala ako no, nagpakasal siya sa Pilipinas, tapos nagkaanak siya sa Pilipinas, tapos sinabi niya sa asawa niya magma-masters siya sa States. Yeah. Tapos imbes na nag-master siya pero nagbanda rin siya. 2 banda pa nga yung ginawa niya and all that. Pero ikaw, ba't ka natatawa, Michael Abad? Tawagin na lang natin siya sa pangalan Michael.
Okay.
Pero ikaw, talagang meron kang, you know what? Okay, goodbye guitar muna tayo. Una goodbye Manila, tapos ngayon goodbye guitar.
goodbye guitar playing live, pero as musicians, parati tayo may instrument.
Yes, but again, iba yung high ng playing live right? Okay, so now nasa States ka, 2 jobs. Nagbitbit ka ba ng gitara from the Philippines?
Hindi. Pinenta ko lahat ng gamit ko.
Yung pa, di ba? Yeah. I'm pretty sure isa sa mga gitara may pangalan or alam mo may pinupunasan mo yun.
Single pa, di ba?
Di ba?
So you can afford it.
Di ba? Yeah. So, isipin mo, pagdating mo sa aeroplano, ang dala-dala mo, bag ng baby, right? Maleta, walang gitara. Pero look at you now ngayon. And so okay, nung dumating ka, paano niyo pinag-usapan? What's your wife's name?
Annabelle.
Paano niyo pinag-usapan ni Annabelle ang bibili ka ulit ng gitara?
Well, after a few months...
Nagulat na lang siya may gitara sa bahay.
Yung brother-in-law, sabi namin, you have to have a guitar. Diba? Okay. Kahit second-hand lang. So, si Sonny, he made sure na makuha ko yung second-hand na Ovation na acoustic
guitar.
Yeah.
Okay. Tapos...
Well, sa bahay lang, gitara-gitara. Then eventually, kumuha ako ng mumurahing electric guitar.
Paano, hindi ka na nagpaalam sa mumurahing electric guitar o nagpaalam ka pa?
Hindi na. Kasi parang...
Understood.
Parang ganun nga.
Alam mo ba, ako dati, no? Hindi naman ako gitarista, pero gusto ko magkaroon ng gitara, di ba? So, joint account kami ni Mrs. So, alam mo ba, para mapasok ko yung gitara, binili ko yung gitara, tapos binigay ko kay G3, yung gitarista namin at the time, and then si G3 nagdala sa bahay, bro, patago ko na muna tong gitarang to sa'yo.
Okay.
Di ba? Yeah. Lusot. Tapos ito naman si Jonathan Buencamino, ang turo naman sa akin, wag mo kasi ipa-deliver sa bahay mo, ipa-deliver mo sa FedEx office.
Pero yung women, mga babae, I think they see us 10 miles away.
Alam nila. Alam nila yun. Ino-order mo pa lang or iniisip mo pa lang. Minsan nakatulala ako, sasabihin ni Miss Jaja, wag mo nang balakin.
Okay.
Alam ko na nasa isip mo. Ganyan and all that. So now, nagigitara ka na, bumili ka na ng electric guitar. Anong klaseng mumurahin to? Mumurahin minimum mga 2,000 lang, di ba? No. Annabelle, if you're watching.
Korean-made na Schecter at that time, mga 2006.
Okay.
Yeah.
$2,006.
No. Noong 2006 binili. Yeah.
Hindi, joke.
300.
Okay. 300. Talagang ini-stress out mo pa yan.
Yeah.
Okay, so 300 and then?
Well, I met some guys sa trabaho like always.
Where were you working at the time?
At that time, it was St. Jude Medical sa Silmar.
Yeah.
And then binili sila na Abot. Naging Abot na ngayon.
Right.
So, I used to train people how to make yung leads sa pacemakers.
Okay.
So, cardio, the CRM.
Were you good?
I believe so.
Okay, yes. Good. Kundi ang daming babaksak na lang dyan.
It was good. They certified me. They trained me. So everything was good. And they would have stopped me kung may mga pala.
Yeah.
Sa training pa lang. Hindi sa actual.
Okay. Tapos, ito. Nung time na meron ka ng gitara, Schecter. By the way, yung gitara ni Ira Cruz na ginagamit niya sa intro voice dati was a Schecter.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Actually, si Ira Cruz had a Schecter nung 1986.
Yeah.
Pero yung kanya was custom pa yung Schecter, hindi pa mass produce. It was still custom made, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So after the Schecter, ano yung binili mong gitara pa?
After the Schecter, nag-strat ako na Fender.
Okay. Yung Schecter mo ba was Strat-like?
Yes, it was
single coil.
Hindi, humbuckers to yung dalawa.
Dalawang humbuckers. And nung nag-strat ka, was it single hum or?
Yeah, single hum yung HSS.
HSS, di ba? Ganon. Tapos, anong kulay niya?
Parang lang yung burst na.
Sunburst.
Parang brown.
US.
Yeah. But yung Mexican okay naman. I have a Mexican na Martin. So
ikaw umaatras ka pa. When we come back, i-inventarohin natin lahat ng gear ni Frei Munoz. Annabelle, I hope you're watching.
Alright. No budget.
And we're back with Frei Munoz. Okay, game. Pag-usapan natin ang iyong gear. Okay, nagsimula ka sa talaga nakakatawa. Ewan ko napansin nyo, kung hindi i-rewind nyo. Diniin niya talaga yung 300. Kumbaga nilinaw niya 300 lang to Pero pagkatapos yun, nanganak.
Kahit yung Fender ko second hand, 500, 500.
500. Pero US.
Yeah, US.
Nakuha mo ng 500. American standard.
Yeah, naswertehan sa guitars.
Galing naman.
Yeah, parang, may subtle differences talaga Parang iba konti.
Okay, let's talk about guitars. Anong hinahanap mo sa gitara?
Well, when I was yung mas bata ako, humbuckers ako. So,
ever since? So Gibson type ka, mga ganon.
Tapos eventually by mid-90s, nag-single coil na.
What made you go single coil from humbucker?
Well, at that time, I never thought about it. Pero syempre, you have to try yung ibang style ng pickups on some guitars. So at that time, parang nag-adjust rin ako for both, either the humbuckers or the single coils.
And okay, the first time you try, ako naman, nag-start ako sa single coil. So akala ko gano'n na talaga yung tunog ng gitara. Sabi ko, ba't parang nipis pag nag-ano ka? Tapos biglang nasubukan ko yung humbuck. Yung pala yun. May difference pa nga talaga. Sa playing style mo ngayon, are you more partial to humbuckers or single coil?
The past 8 years, single coil yung ginagamit.
Talaga?
Yeah. Na-timingan lang siguro sa mga tinutugtog. But eventually, hahanapin mo rin yung sound kung...
So how many guitars do you have now?
No, I only have 2 electrics and 2 acoustics.
What are the acoustics?
An Ovation and a Martin.
Now, let's talk about your Ovation. Yung Ovation mo, yung classic look na Ovation.
Yeah, yung classic look na fiberglass.
Fiberglass sa likod. Yes.
Acoustic lang talaga siya, hindi siya acoustic electric.
Right. Oh, ganda. Tapos yung Martin mo?
Yung Martin electric acoustic is my first. Mexican-made siya, pero I like the way it
still sounds good di ba?
Yeah. Plugged in or not.
Yes, exactly.
Solid body.
Yes. Tapos, yung ano mo naman, yung electric mo, you still have the Schecter, hindi na?
Yeah, I still have it. As a backup, I always bring
Pero ang galing, no? How old's the Schecter now? Since 2004 ba yan? 2003?
Yeah. 2005.
Okay. Yeah. Grabe, alam mo ba, Frei, ang dami ko nang dumaan na gitara sa akin.
Yeah.
Kala mo naman gitarista, no? Hindi ako gitarista. Bumibili lang ako ng mga gitara.
Musician.
Yeah. Pero yung pinakauna kong gitara was the 2004 MIM na Strat, Sunburst.
Yeah.
I still have it. Binabenta ko na yata lahat ng mga gitara ko except for that.
Yeah, it's his first one.
So, hindi, 2002, I'm sorry. 2002 na Strat na hanggang yung buhay pa. Sabi nga ni na Perf, sabi ng mga kaibigan kong gitarista.
Yeah, maestro.
sabi sa akin, kahit anong gawin mo dyan, hindi tataas value niyan, yan pa rin ang value niyan. I guess yung sa akin, it's sentimental
Yeah.
First guitar sa States di ba?
That stage of life, yun yung gitara mo, maalala mo lahat.
Yes, it's very humbling. Right? Now, so you have the Schecter and then you have the Strat. Let's talk about your gigs. Yung ginagawa mo ngayon. Are you gigging?
Well, obviously this year hindi. Pero...
3 question yun. Dalawa ka. Kasi sinabi mo, yes, Governor?
Pero for this year, in-invite ako ni Rafi, yung brotherhood niya, si Mark Flores, Don Morales, si Earl B. So Feb 14 sa Noy Pits, I did a 5-song set. Diretso ko na. So grateful na na-invite ako. So yun yung first gig ko for 2020.
Wow.
Tapos yung sa West Covina yung October 31. Social distancing, but we did about 3 hours set.
Okay, itong October 30 Halloween, di ba?
Yeah.
So paano kayo sa Bar Azul?
Sa Bar Azul, sa patio, social distancing,
May plexiglass ka na ganito, wala?
At that time, wala. Pero it was like about 6 feet. Malayo-layo. Then hindi kami magkaharap. So,
right. Yeah. So nakatalikod ka sa audience?
No. Hindi kami magkaharap ng banda usually kasi minsan compact. Diba?
Yes.
Pero yung audience nandun rin. Pero it's not as much kasi syempre takot
Yes.
Tayo lahat.
Yes. Now, ang galing no? Let's talk about your influence naman. Hindi man influence. Itong mga gitarista dito sa socal scene natin, sa local socal scene.
Gagaling, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah, grabe.
Ang dami nilang magagaling.
Ang mga Filipino, I always tell my bandmates na kung nasa Filipino restaurants tayo or venues na everybody's listening. So we have to do our best. Kasi yung mga kabanda ko dito, lumaki yung dalawa. So baka hindi nila alam yung kano kagaling yung mga Pinoy tumugtog, kumanta.
Right.
So, yeah.
You're okay. Work mo, you have to have that attention to detail sa day job mo.
Yes, yes.
And nakikita ko ngayon, dala-dala mo yon kahit sa banda mo.
Well, kahit noon pa, dahil mahilig tayo sa music, parang gano'n.
You're very talagang, hindi, kailangan pulido tayo. Hindi pwede na. Dapat gano'n.
Sa disiplina, pero I'm really open sa spontaneity ng banda. Like, I'd rather the bandmates just do their thing.
But before you do your thing, do your job. Di ba? Kumbaga, para mag-aral ka, make sure nakapag-ensayo ka, you know what's going on.
Parang given na yun sa...
yes.
Yeah.
As a band leader, are you strict?
I don't think so. Pero yung ginagawa ko siguro baka hindi sanay yung iba if they haven't done yung...
Paano ka magalit?
Hindi pa ako nagagalit.
Kasi mga Ilonggo malalambing. You think you're more Manileño o Ilonggo?
I'm not sure kasi parang hindi ko rin naisip yan. So, pero kung every time na bumabalik ako sa Manila, my cousins tell me na yung tono ko
yung punto mo is...
Pero hindi ko iniisip yun mula noon. Para, yeah, feel like probinsyano ako kasi sa Iloilo ako dumukay. So,
like si Rafi, alam mong Ilonggo si Rafi, di ba? Siya talaga pinaborn and raised sa Iloilo. Pag nag-usap ko yun ni Rafi Mendoza, by the way, kung hindi niyo pa napapanood yung podcast ni Rafi Mendoza, I will put it in the description
last
also.
year, di ba?
Yes. No, this year din yun. This year, lahat kayo this year, 2020. So yung pag nakikita kayo ni Rafi, do you have that kindred spirit na pareho tayong Ilonggo? Ganyan, do you have that thing going?
So, hindi naman. Yeah. But even though alam namin na taga-roon kami, pero yung common denominator, yung music lang talaga.
Hindi kayo nakita sa...
a little older si Rafi Conte, so we were watching them when they were performing.
So you witnessed Rafi?
Yeah. And the other guys he played with, kahit mula no high school kami nanonood.
So yung kwentong sinabi niya sa podcast, nakarelate ka ron na alam ko yung mga sinasabi niya.
Rini-remind ko pa siya minsan kung ano ganito, ganyan. So vice versa. So, kasi in-explain ko na younger kami sa kanya. That's why na hindi kami nagkita talaga na jamming.
Right.
He was a little older. Music-wise. He was playing with the masters.
Now, wow. Now, ikaw, how did you learn the guitars?
Parang self-taught lang, chords dito. So it's mostly just chords. Tapos by feel, like I'm not really good in my opinion, but
how old were you when you learned the guitars?
I started late, maybe 12, 13.
Really? Yeah. Who bought them for you?
Yeah, my dad bought, and my mom bought.
Paano mo kinulit?
Well, that time, nagro-rondalya. They signed me up for rondalla when grade school. And I was hiding under the bed kung may rehearsal kasi ayoko pumunta.
Ng rondalya. So, ang galing mo kayo sa pick.
Eventually, yeah. Pero basic lang. Hindi ako nag-advance. Okay. So, I was missing rehearsals. They gave me 2 sticks kaya naging drummer ako. Kasi, yeah, yun yung start. But, at least may rhythm.
Okay, so drummer. Ba't hindi mo inisip magtuloy sa drummer?
Dahil
and this is the reason why I'm asking this question. Normally, ang mga drummer, maliban sa akin, ang mga drummer na nakikilala ko, mahihiyain, mga introvert. Si Michael Abad. Andyan kahit si Michael Alba, hindi siya mahihiyain, pero very soft-spoken si Michael Alba, si Larry Mullen, mga ganun. Pero magaling silang lahat, di ba? And you as a soft-spoken person, pwede kang mag-drums and let the guitar player and the vocalist do all the talking and all that. Yeah. So, bakit ka nag-shift from drums to guitars?
Well, at that time, siguro, parang naisip ko lang na baka mas madali mag-gitara kasi less na gamit. Then growing up...
bibit-bite!
Tapos in a way, sabi ko, like, alright. So, tapos mahilig rin ako sa gitara.
Okay.
But isang rason yun na, parang, baka mas mura kong gitara. So,
ang ipabili mo.
Mali rin pala kasi you have to
effects pa.
Effects, amps, mga ganon.
Kable,
same thing sa drum.
Strings.
Mahilig ka, diba? Multiple.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so natuto ka mag-gitara. Natuto ka na mag-gitara. Ayan ka na. No one taught you how to play?
At that time, di ba yung mga
jingle,
mga chords.
Chord pattern, chord.
Yeah, my dad taught me some chords. It started it. My uncles, yung mga tiya ko, mga musicians rin, or music-minded. So
it was in the family pala talaga.
Yeah. Both sides, my mom and dad's side.
Now, if there was one thing na pwede mong i-share sa audience natin, what road did you take for it to be easier for you to accomplish what you have accomplished? Kasi you're not a mediocre player. You can really play.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I never thought it.
Kasi di ba yung mga iba pag sinabi nag-jingle, pa chords. Isa ako sa mga yon hanggang chords. And no, but you can really play. So, how did we come to that? Paano tayo umabot sa
well, di ba balik na naman sa influences. The things we listen to.
What were you listening to?
Well, dahil yung tatay ko nga sa radyo, so yung collection nila doon, I was listening to it when we moved sa Iloilo when he managed the AM and FM eventually.
Was that the reason why you had to move to manage a station?
At that time, not yet. Pero eventually, nakuha niya yung job. So I was exposed to that. My mother sa advertising agency.
Galing, no?
Parang may experience sa backstage.
Silang dalawa, no?
Oo. So, tapos noon, when I was younger, nag-spin ako ng record sa AM and FM kung nagwa-warm up ng satellite. Transmitter. Sorry. The transmitter. So, Genesis, Van Halen, yun yung mga ini-spin ko when I was younger.
You know what? Hindi ka naman loner, no?
Hindi naman. Pero when we moved here sa States, you know, parang family, work. So at work, I have a few friends, but after work, yung outlet natin is the live music.
Yeah.
But without this right now and no basketball, parang, you know, naapektuhan tayo. But, you know, we adapt, we adjust. So
you're fine with that?
Yeah, we're adults. So
Are you the type of person who complains a lot?
I don't think so. Yeah, parang hindi naman. Sabi nga nila, parang very patient ako, my other peers. Pero kung misis ko naman, sabi niya, no patience daw. So I don't know kung ano yung tama.
Okay, balik tayo kung paano ka natuto mag-gitara dahil me and the audience would like to know. Ano ang una mo? Okay, sila mong influence. Now may influence at meron kang chord chart. And then what?
Yun nga, then eventually I wanna learn kung ano naririnig ko. So, syempre, mga konting scales dyan. You know,
so, matalas ang tenga mo?
Sabi nila. But I never really thought about it. Kasi I felt like everybody could do what we're doing as musicians. Yeah, honest feeling ko. Kasi spoiled tayo sa mga Filipino. Magagaling lahat.
Yeah.
You know, like, I always felt like, you know, they know what they're listening to.
But, okay. Ako sa drums, pag narinig ko, kahit hindi ko kaya tugtugin, alam ko.
Yeah, diba?
Pero hindi ako ganun sa sa gitara. Sa gitara, pag marami ng notang exposed, hindi ko na alam.
Yeah, well, ako, pinapasimple ko rin kung ano lang yung kaya ko. So, in my opinion. So, tapos later in life, mga composition ko, 2-4 chords lang. Doon lang iikot.
Wow. and then?
Well, we love music, diba? Nakikinig lang tayo. We try to play it. Kung hindi, a version of it. Basta tama lang yung timing, yung dynamics.
Yeah. I like your consistency also on social media. The way you post, your videos and all that
Especially
stuff.
lately kasi walang live gigs and sorry for that. Pero yun yung rason.
No, don't apologize for anything. Okay yung ginagawa mo. But my point is, you're okay in life right now.
Yeah, you know, marami tayong problema like everybody, but
yes, but we're blessed, right? But
yes.
then we are blessed more than
I'm
we
grateful.
deserve. Yeah.
Yes. Salamat.
Naisip mo ba na maybe it's time to revisit what you should have done back in your 20s? Na maglabas ng ikaw. You know?
Yeah, in a way, palagi ako nagre-record ng originals with my bandmates or ako mag-isa.
Is it on Spotify now?
No, not yet. So I have to fix that.
Pwede natin gawin dito sa Paco's Place, ha?
Oh.
Kompleto gamit natin. Pwede natin i-record ng, ayan, commitment yan, no? As in, pwede natin gawin yung album na yun. Para tapusin na natin yan, di ba?
Yeah, you know, mga bago, luma, but just keep on playing, di ba? Yeah. Eventually live, then document it. You know, yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I mean, because para sa akin, no, my thing is, when I listen and reflect on what you just said from the beginning, ito plano mo, hindi, ito kailangan natin gawin. Okay, so ito na gagawin mo. Okay na dito na tayo. Okay, ito naman gagawin ko. Itong plano natin. Ay, hindi, may iba tayong plano. Ganun ba? Okay. Yun ang tingin ko sa'yo eh. Correct me if I'm wrong. Parang go with the flow ka eh.
Tapos you adapt, adjust. Pero
yes.
It fits my schedule lately dahil sa trabaho. But tama ka rin na even my cousin said, i-record mo na everything. And,
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, maybe it's time to do you. Di ba?
Yeah.
Para hindi.
Tumatanda na tayo. So.
Exactly my point. Because kung hindi natin gagawin ngayon, kailan pa?
Yeah. Naisip ko na rin niya, it just gets, delay lang konti, you know, like going through life. Tapos ito pa. But, yeah, naisip ko na yan a few years ago na, you know, re-record and just do new stuff. So, with my new band, yung 2018, 2019, yung Duarf, we did all original. So, that was a start.
Now, you said new band. Ibig sabihin, ikaw nag-form ng band?
Yes. Spearheaded it. Tapos,
How did you do that? I mean, you seem to be a man of few words. Para feeling ko, kikitatan mo lang sila, alam mo na nila na gusto niya magbanda.
Nung 2018, Timothy Batak.
Oh my God, yeah, legend yun, ha?
Yep. Salamat, Tim.
We're gonna have. Are we having Tim on the podcast? Yeah.
Nice. Well, kinontak niya ako to play guitar for Steve Lou.
Yeah, when he came here. Yes.
Yeah. So I met Michael and Rob sa banda na yon.
Okay.
So tatlo kami tumutugtog, then Steve
so love at first sight kayong tatlo.
Yeah, nag-rehearse kami na as much as we could. Right. Then Rob natuloy yung nag-jam kami. Kasi si Mike was busy at that time.
Okay.
So Rob and I started Duarf, I called it. Kasi Dua is two, Lua in Hawaiian, dalawa rin. So 2 chords, a few chords, dalawa kami. Then
is Dua more like Ilonggo speak?
Yeah.
O Bisaya? Dua.
It's more Ilonggo, Austronesian, kasi sa Hawaiian Lua eh. So dalawa rin.
Okay.
So Dua, then R and F is our initials.
Yeah.
Then Duarf, dalawa kami.
No?
Tapos rin-recruit niya si Tom, which played guitar, made it better. Tapos rin-recruit ko eventually si Ernie Natalio ng Pure Lead. So 4 kami. We did 2 gigs last year. April 26, 2019, tapos May 4.
Right.
So yeah, that was our only 2 gigs because Rob had to rest a little bit. Na injury siya konti. But we're gonna play again eventually.
Let's go back. Stiff Lou. Let's talk about that guy, because that guy is a very, very enigmatic person. Napakabait na tao niya.
Yeah.
Alam mo, people think mayabang yan eh. Pero kahit kailan hindi naging mayabang sa amin yan eh. When we were kids, Stephen Lou, when we were kids, oh my God, feeling ko minumura na niya ako ngayon. He would produce concerts and lagi niya kinukuha ang intro voice.
Kwento niya nga yung sa Iloilo lumaki. So, even though naririnig namin, it's different kung nasa scene ka, di ba?
Yeah. So, how was it like playing for Stephen Lou?
It was a lot of fun. I was scared at first and nag-adjust rin konti. So, good thing binigyan niya rin kami ng freedom to do our thing. So, yung mga pyesa, we learned it. Pero those 3 gigs we did with him, parang may freedom konti. Except for the main parts ng mga lead.
Yeah, kailangan abatan mo yung mga main parts, right? Like yung Sabado night siya, kailangan.
Yeah.
Did he play bilanggo nung nandito?
Yeah. And no, yung mga bago niya, yung sa rock acoustic.
You know what, the one thing na nabilib ako sa kanya, and you've met his daughters, I would assume.
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah.
Yun ang nagustuhan ko kay Stephen Lou. Na, what a family man this guy is. You know?
Well, tayo as musicians, kung practical, you have to be a family
You
man.
have to be a family
Kasi kung may galit sa'yo, you can't play right.
Alam mo, yun ang natutunan ko eh. Like when we go back in the beginning, right? When and one thing that your sister helped me with talaga is to fix my priorities.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Na talaga sinabi, unahin mo ang dapat unahin. Mawawala ang stress sa buhay mo. And it's very, very true, Frei. Talaga.
Yeah. Kasi as fathers, diba? Feeling natin, kaya natin. Yeah, we got it. Pero minsan it takes friends and family na ma-realize natin. Like me, I had to cut down on some stuff. Like focus again.
How are you as a dad?
I felt like I was a good dad. I was always with my kids, and it's a blessing that we moved here. Kasi kung sa Pilipinas lumaki, baka absentee konti tayo.
I know, kasi the gigs, di ba?
Yeah, even pero kahit sa Iloilo, I always make sure I go home.
Right.
Malate konti, but be there. Pero
you know
sa States na magnified.
Gusto ko pag-usapan yung topic na yan. We'll be back after this. More of Frei Munoz. 2 daughters, right?
Yes, 2 daughters.
Pag-usapan natin yan after this word from Abba. And we're back. Parang ang haba ng ng kwentuhan natin. Pero 4 seconds lang yun.
Behind the scenes.
So anyway, let's talk about you as a father.
Okay.
You are raising 2 daughters. How old's your eldest?
My eldest is 21 years old. Senior siya sa UCSD.
UCSD, wow. So she's out of the nest, technically.
Yeah.
UCSD, guys, ibig sabihin, nandito kami sa Los Angeles area. Yung panganay po ni Frei, nasa San Diego. So that's like mga 200 miles away.
Yeah, but right now she's with us, hunkering down because of the pandemic. Yeah, I picked her up.
So she's 21. What's her name?
Samantha.
And your second daughter?
Jamie.
She's
16. Kaedad ni Ethan. They're best friends, even though they're cousins.
Wow. So how does it feel raising 2 daughters?
Well, my wife, we love our kids. I love my kids, and my wife always told me na kung magkasama kami noon, like to slow down kung naglalakad kasi naghahabol yung mga bata. But as far as I could remember, I was always with my kids.
What's your relationship with Samantha?
We're really close, Samantha and Jamie. It's only us, so it's the 4 of us. So
okay, so let's talk about this, Frei. And I'm asking you a question as a father of a 5-year-old kid, and I'm pretty sure yung audience natin may mga anak din. Kailangan ba talaga dumaan sa sakit ng ulo or naiwasan mo yung sakit ng ulo? Not to put your daughters on the spot, but I'm talking as dads. Like, if you were to give me an advice, am I supposed to expect na sasakit ang ulo ko sa anak ko?
Well, I'm fortunate yung case ko, yung dalawa hindi sumakit yung ulo.
Pag-usapan natin yan. Yan ang gusto ko pag-usapan. Because you probably did something para hindi mapunta ron.
As much as we could, kasama palagi, to and from school kung pwede. So, until nag-high school, papuntang college. So, we weren't that strict. Lumalabas rin sila, but naswertehan na yung panganay hindi rebelde.
You allowed them to have boyfriends.
Yeah.
You allowed them to have boyfriends. Mike, narinig mo ba to? Si Mike may anak din si Sophie. Sophie, if you're watching, ha? So, tinanong ko rin si Michael Abad, does Sophie have not to put you on the spot, Sophie, may boyfriend ba? Meron.
Yeah.
May boyfriend! Parang, feeling ko hindi ko yata kaya eh.
Pero in my case, si Samantha, even though my boyfriend, but she was always home. So, nung college na siya talaga, like last year, seryoso.
Ano pakiramdam?
But you know,
tumaas yung tono ng boses mo. Ha? Kita mo, for the whole time, baritone yung boses mo. Tinanong yung,
Well, you know, a little bit of adjustment kay Macy's, but me, I was parang okay.
Wag mo i-shortcut, Frei. Kwento mo. I wanna know what your emotion was. Ano yung, okay, kasi, syempre, for the longest time, ikaw ang apple of the eye ni Samantha, di ba? Tapos bigla ngayon, sinabi mo, nagseryoso na. So,
yeah, last year, oo. So,
wag mo i-shortcut, ha? Idadisect ko yung part na yun. Okay, go.
Well, yung time na nagsabi siya na, kasi mula noon, I always tell her nung nag-college na especially, na anytime tawagan mo ako kung may problema. So, transparent siya. So, I was happy na she trusted me.
Were you a strict dad?
Sabi na iba hindi, but sabi na iba oo, pero I don't think so kasi
Okay.
I gave them freedom.
But if there was something they did that you did not like, hindi nag-iiba yung mukha mo. Masakit sa dibdib mo, alam ko yun. Pero how do you deal with them? Let's say may ginawa si Sam na hindi mo gusto, or si Jamie may ginawa siya na hindi mo gusto. Gumaganyan ka ba? Nagaganyan ba yung, or well, how are you?
Siguro, pero it wasn't kasi sabi ko sa kanila kahit manood sila ng concert, good thing na Samantha was open with it. Sabi, Dad, I don't want you with me kasi lumalaki na siya. Na palagi.
Hindi mo masakit?
Well, ine-expect ko na yun. Kasi nung nag-change na sila konti, like I was always with my kids. So, nung sabi ko kay Annabelle, na nung lumalaki na sila, like, you have to spend more time with them. Like, pero kami lang naman apat eh. So,
yeah.
But when they were changing, siyempre, I always tell them, like, I will be here, let me know. So,
pero isang aya ka na naman. Alam mo yun, Frei Munoz, from the time na bata ka, ikaw palagi na naman na nasa backseat. What the heck?
Well, I was racing them, so I felt like we need to.
I'm learning something from you, by the way.
We need to give them a good future as much as I could at that time.
Okay, so nung sinabi, Dad, wag mo muna ako samahan. Was it painful?
Yeah. Pero sabi ko sa kanya naman, like, I will be here para transparent. Let me know if you want me to pick you up or bring you sa friends.
And then hindi siya, and then sasabihin, no, it's okay. And then ano feeling no pag...
Well, mabuti naman kasi yung empathy ng bata was pretty good. So, tinatansya niya rin. Pero I always tell them na ganyan. So, good thing they understand.
Until last year, inupukan niya at sinabi niya may seryoso na siyang boyfriend.
Yeah, pero magbe-21 na rin. So, good thing she was open with it. Hindi yung tago-tago.
Right.
And,
so, ano pakiramdam?
Let's see. Parang...
Yung totoo, ha?
Yeah, pero feeling ko kasi nung 21 siya, doon na rin papunta eh. So, I got
so
married.
tinanggap mo na
okay. Just as long na open.
Right.
Tapos, 23 rin ako nag-asawa eh. So, I could kind of relate na...
Na-meet mo yung guy?
Yeah. It's pretty good. Tapos open naman sila sa amin. Like, bumibisita sa bahay.
Pero tumitingin ka kay Jamie. Wag mo munang gagawin itong ginagawa ng ate mo, ha?
Yeah, is Annabelle yung nagsasabi kay Jamie. Pero yung dalawa anak ko, alam nila na, okay, Dad's gonna be there. So,
okay. So, now I'm assuming because of the 5-year difference between Jamie and Sam, how is your conversation like naman with Jamie?
Kasi nga mula na maliit nandun tayo, so buti naman nakaka-adjust rin ako, nakaka-relate pa rin sila. So especially lately with the lockdown, parang feeling ko we got closer, diba? Kasi teenagers, alam mo naman.
Yun na nga, di ba? What hurts you as a dad?
Lately, naawa ako sa kanila because of the online school. I think it's affecting the kids.
Oh yeah, ako rin eh.
Yeah. Lately, yun iniisip namin ni Mrs. na parang kawawa talaga. Like, we never went through this, yung tayo. But, well, buti maka-adjust tayo, adapt, learn from it, and get better, get stronger, di ba?
Wow. Now, ano ang advice na binibigay mo sa mga anak mo maliban sa I'm always here?
Okay. Sinasabi ko sa kanila, like, be your own person, tapos wag magpa-tapak sa iba in a way. I don't know in English kung,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Diba? Wag magpa-take advantage and don't take anything from anybody kung feeling mo mali,
So you are raising independent women?
Yes. My mom was an independent, strong na babae, mother. So, I think nakikita rin nila because we're always... nagkikita kami ng mom and my sister. So, parang 11-mile radius lang kami. So, I'm blessed na nakikita kami palagi. So, they learn from it.
Kumusta ka naman sa kuya?
Kuya, we were close kasi 1 year lang yung difference namin.
Masipag ang mami at daddy mo. Talaga. Alam mo,
so, after 3, that was it. Yeah.
You know what? Ngayon ko lang na-realize, no? Akala ko people always had a brother kasi panganay ako and I have a brother, si Louie.
Ako wala. So, yeah.
Pero ang agwat namin ni Louie is 1 year and 1 month.
Okay. So,
1 year and 2 months.
Sabay.
So halos sabay kami lumalaki, di ba?
Yeah.
Tapos nung tumanda kami, bigla namin kinumpute yung edad namin. Sabi namin, walang iya. Una pa gumapang tatay ko kesa sa akin.
Yeah, nanay at tatay ko, they got married at 21 pag-graduate. Sa UST sila nag-meet sa Maynila, kaya doon ako.
And then they had you.
Yes.
And then, so 75, tapos who was next?
Si Joy.
Si Joy.
Jamie Bunso yun.
Okay, so si Joy, pinanganak ng what, 77?
76.
76?
Si Jamie, yeah.
Idol. Hindi mo naisip yun. Ang tindi nun, ha? Pag ganun din yun.
Yep.
Pagkapanganak sa'yo, game.
Yeah. Tapos, race, sabay in a way. Tapos,
that's good din eh. Diba? Parang, hiwain na natin ang sarili natin. And then, we're done. So, how is your mom and dad now?
They're good. My mom is based dito. And my dad sa Manila pa rin.
Okay. So, kumbaga retired na sila. And they're living the life na proud of their kids. And Joy is here.
Joy and Jamie, lahat kami dito. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So what's Christmas going to be like?
Unfortunately for this one, we're gonna do the Zoom thing, but sa kada bahay na lang yung pamilya muna for now to be safe.
So let's talk about this. Right now we're taping this episode during the pandemic, pero I'm hoping when we air this, tapos na yung pandemic.
Sana.
Okay. Let's talk about vaccine.
Okay.
Are you gonna take the vaccine?
If it's available, we'll see. Pero my wife is really adamant na kung available, kukunin niya.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
When it gets to yung sa amin,
yes,
I'll think about. But it's just the safer way to go, in my opinion. But even though na bago siya, marami siyang risks. But I'll assess it kung nandyan na.
Right.
But for now, good thing it's there.
I know, no?
Yeah.
Now, ito naman na gusto kong tanungin sa'yo. This whole pandemic, how did it change you? And remember, you're gonna watch this tapos na yung pandemic.
Yeah. Nung March, naplano na namin to go back to the Philippines for a reunion. So it really made me stronger kasi Marso ako pumunta doon. Parang hinahabol ako to get to Manila, to get to this place, to get back to LA.
Really?
Parang, it felt like it wasn't real. Parang, I was willing to walk from Makati to the airport just to get home.
Wow.
Balik sa LA.
Kasi, oh my God, nasa Manila ka nung magla-lockdown?
Yes. So I made, my mom and my aunties they made sure that I got the call. Nasa Boracay ako 2 days before the actual lockdown. So naglinya sila 8 oras para mabigyan ako ng ticket so I could get to Manila. Wait 3 days, go back to LA. Kung hindi sa nanay ko, sa mga auntie ko, stuck up ako doon hanggang Abril.
6, yeah.
Yeah. I was ready for it, but I felt like my wife's gonna divorce me when I get back. So, hindi ko na makasalanan yung lockdown, pero parang ang hirap na malayo yung pamilya mo.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what, yung kaibigan nga namin, yung parents, ganun din, February or March, nagpunta, medyo nasa 60s going 70s na yung parents ng kaibigan ko. Na ano sa Manila, na naabutan ng lockdown. Tapos yung daddy nung kaibigan ko nagka-COVID, and dun, I'm sorry to say, but it was unfortunate na dun siya pumanaw. Na wala naman sa plano, di ba?
Yeah, totoo. Yep. That experience, parang lumakas ako konti. Like when I got back here, parang walang tao. LAX.
Yeah.
Ibang klase. Yeah.
Kayo ni Annabelle, did it make you stronger, both of you?
Yeah. Especially right now, di ba? Well, with all the obstacles. But I feel like naging stronger yung bond namin.
So since 98, right?
Yes.
98, so 2018, that's like 30. Ang tagal nyo na pala?
Yeah, mga 22. Yeah.
22 na kayo?
Puntang 23. Yeah. And I'd known her before. So
high school, college?
High school, in a way. But,
high school?
Yeah. Pero we went our ways nung nag-college. Then I saw her again. All right, that's it. Parang hindi ko ma-explain.
Okay, sandali. So ito si Frei na tahimik na mahihahiyain. Crush mo na siya nung high school?
Yeah. Tapos, lumabas kami konti. Then we nag-college.
Wait. Paano lumabas kayo konti?
It's just like kain-kain, you know.
Hindi ka dumiskarte? Hindi ka dumiskarte o dumiskarte ka?
Yeah, dumiskarte.
Pero, naging kayo, hindi naging kayo?
Naging...
MU, parang ganon.
Tapos nag-college, sa Bacolod siya nag-college.
Ikaw, saan ka nag-college?
Sa Iloilo. So,
saan siya sa
Riverside.
Okay.
But before that, may kurso na siya sa Iloilo rin.
So, ang sakit?
That time, parang, pero parang hindi mo naisip, we did college.
Of course, kasi you kept your mind busy, di ba? Tapos after college, nagkita ulit kayo.
Yeah, nung graduating siya nakita ko siya. Hi, hello. Then I went to Bacolod. Then, yun na. Di ba? Parang hindi mo alam. It's like a blur. Like, all right.
Yes.
Next thing you know, mag-asawa na, nagpakasal. Yeah.
My God, Frei. You know what? I really am rooting for you na because of you waiving everything that was supposed to be yours for the benefit of other people. I'm really committing myself to help you let your time come in our own simple way. Huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Any advice for a new dad and a new husband? Because ang basa ko sa'yo talaga is you made a lot of sacrifices and ikaw medyo tahimik ka pa, pero if I could peel through you, feeling ko is there any paano man term ang gagamitin ko? Meron ka bang bitterness sa katawan mo?
Well, in my opinion, parang wala akong iniisip na gano'n because what is past is past. Pero I never felt like na masama yung nadaanan ko. Like everything was a learning process for me. Like buhay to eh.
Yeah.
So, siguro parang realistic konti. But mahirap talaga. Like, kung sa opinion na iba. But to me, like, it's life.
Anong advice mo sa akin, sa amin? Anong advice mo with regard to this? With regard to, because other people, okay, you know what?
Like na ginagawa mo to, like just diversifying.
Hindi, pero Frei, alam mo, listening to you and I've told my wife, I've told my ex-wives, I've told Michael, I've told JJ, na I was a selfish fool nung bata ako. I was thinking about myself.
I think like everybody.
Pero hindi ka ganun eh. And then ngayon kausap kita and I'm like, oh my God, a person like you exists, and I bet you a lot of people like you exist. But what advice can you give people like me na feeling namin, pag hindi namin nagawa yung kailangan namin gawin, mauubusan kami? Pero apparently ikaw hindi, because you have a good family, you have 2 beautiful daughters, a loving wife, you're doing what you're doing right now.
Well, depende rin sa goals natin. Like, everybody could be selfish at one point. Pero me, when I decided to have a family, inuna ko yun muna konti. because music and all the hobbies or the stuff we like, parang given na yun eh. We lived it. Parang nandyan lang yan. You know, in my opinion. Siyempre, iba-iba, everybody's different. So, sa akin lang yung nadaanan ko. Yun, you know.
Are you happy?
I think so. I'm really happy. Like, you know, this is the stage of life. Like, it could be worse. Like, everybody's suffering, di ba? At lahat tayo may problema. But at this point, I'm really blessed. Nakakatugtog ako. Like, even some of my friends tell me, like, if you were my boyfriend or husband, like, why are you playing and hiking and going to the beach? Like, it's time management. I love my family. They understand me. They trust me. So, siguro yun yung nakakatsempo ako lumabas-labas konti. Kasi, according sa ibang friends ko, iba rin yung experience.
Yeah.
But everybody's different, diba? So, chemistry, so, give and take. Yeah.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Frei Munoz. Thank you, sir. We'll have you again. Ang galing naman ko. Yeah, nakaka-bless ka. Nakaka-bless ka.